Hey guys, I'm Kate Simsley. Welcome to my channel. As always, if you've been here before, I'm glad you're back. And if you're new, welcome in. I'm building The Sims 4. Today we're going to build a starter cottage kind of style house, I guess. Starter cottage in Willow Creek. And I'm loving this little house. It is 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. It has everything your Sims need, and it's under $20,000. So I think it's quite a good little starter. It's got a lot in there, and the layout's cute, and it's really cozy. I don't know, I like it. I love building cottage style houses, like it's totally my vibe. So this one turns out super cute. It does not have anything major in the yard because it's a starter. I like obviously limited what I put in it and around it, but it does have a fence. It's a debug fence that goes all the way around the lot, so your Sims will like walk through the fence. But it is there to create separation, and there's like a little path up the side of the house. It's just cute. Hopefully you will like it as much as I do. So this is going to be on the gallery. I think it's on there as family starter cottage or something. It'll be in the description below. Like there'll be a link as well as like the name and information, depending if you want to get it like off the online gallery or like when you're in the game. So that's all below. You can always find any of my builds on the gallery or find me online using the hashtag K8Simsley. So you're going to watch this come together. It's not long at all. The entire video, like screenshots and everything, I think is about 12 or 13 minutes. So it's pretty quick. I'm probably not going to talk to you through this whole thing, but I'll chat for a little bit. My throat is really sore. I'm not sick. I think I'm getting sick. My daughter has a cold and she's been off school all week. And I think I might be getting it. But I'm in denial right now. It's been kind of a rough day. As I said, she's been off school all week, right? She's sick, like whatever. Okay, I finally got her going to school. Like last year, the entire year, she like went to school maybe 7 times. She was freaking out. She never wanted to go. She was miserable. I could never figure out why. Like I thought, it was to the point I thought she was getting bullied. Like I was concerned. But it turns out she wasn't getting bullied. Her teacher was a dick. Like honestly a dick. And very misogynistic. Like he treated the girls in the class way different, like blatantly different than he treated the boys. For example, like my daughter, one day the teacher asked for an answer to a question. She put up her hand and he like looked at her and she gave him the answer. He looks away and says, "William, what's the answer?" William, who is a boy, gives the exact same word for word response. And the teacher's like, "Awesome, William, good job." Totally ignored my daughter. Totally did not acknowledge that she gave the right answer at all. And then he used to like, obviously, like this happened in more than that case. Like it was little things like that. And it got to the point she didn't want to go. So she wouldn't go to school. And then when she did go, he would like in front of the whole class single her out and be like, "Are you coming to class tomorrow?" And she was like, "Yeah." He'd like, "Oh, wow, I'm surprised." And he'd like make comments and stuff. I don't know. Like, he did a lot of things. There's another little girl in her class, and one day she went and got her water bottle in her bag because she needed to drink. Her throat was sore. Well, the teacher freaked out and was like, "You're not allowed to have that in the class," and ended up sending her to the office. Okay? But she was like, "But he has a water bottle about a boy in the class," and the teacher didn't care. The boys were allowed to eat in class. They're allowed to have water bottles. They're basically allowed to do whatever they want. Where the girls, he'd give them trouble. So, like, to me, that's not okay. Especially since my daughter's, like, in grade 7. She's at a very vulnerable, impressionable age. And he's basically teaching her that being a girl means that you're less. And listen, I'm a feminist through and through. I'm not here for that. So, today I'm so happy because she's been like wanting to go to school. She's been happy. The teacher she got this year, she like adores him. She had him years ago. He's super nice. But then we find out today that they're taking all of the grade 7s out of that class and putting them back with this teacher she had last year. And I'm like, no, they're not. So I called the school and obviously lost my freaking mind. I ended up talking. They ended up putting me through to the principal of the school. She's brand new at the school. Very nice lady. And I explained to her, I said, I'm not trying to be difficult. Like, I'm not a Karen. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just telling you, because you probably are not aware, he should not be teaching young girls. absolutely should not be. He is not a good teacher. I'm like, and I explained everything to her. I'm like, I'm seriously concerned to the point that I think I'm going to switch her school. So, after talking to her for about half an hour or so, she and I agreed she's going to have a talk with my daughter as well as the other girls in the class. She's also going to talk to the teacher. Because I said, like, maybe he's not aware that he's doing it. That is possible. However, I don't believe that's the case. But it is possible. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's not aware of what he's doing. But it needs to be brought to his attention and addressed. So I said I'd give it till January. If things don't improve, or if things go back to the way they were, she won't be going to that school. And so we agreed upon that, and that's where we're at right now. But it really stressed me out because we were so happy to find, like, last year was literally a living hell. We were happy to be away from him, and now he's back. So that's really great. Really, really awesome. I don't understand why schools do that. Like, we're a month into school. If they're going to make changes to teachers and classes, it should be done in the first, 2 weeks. I don't think a month in, they should be shifting kids around like this. It's not good for them at all. Like, it completely uproots the roots that they're planting and just turns everything upside down on its head. It's not fair. But anyway, it happens literally all the time, especially at this school. And I get it, but it is frustrating and it's disappointing that he is going to be teaching a bunch of little girls when he clearly does not like them. So that's been my day, and it was absolutely. I hate yelling at people. I hate getting mad. But, you're going to. On top of that, the school called yesterday because they want to put my youngest son in a special class. Like, the class is for children with learning disabilities. My son is severely autistic. He's kind of like an infant who can walk. He doesn't talk. He's nonverbal. He's got severe autism. He's also got something that's called partial trisomy. Well, it's called trisomy 18. What it is the duplication of a big chunk of his 18th chromosome. He's got epilepsy and global developmental delay and a few other things. He's complicated. And like I said, he's more like an infant than he is a 7-year-old child. So the school called, they said they want to put him in this special class, and he's trying to hype it up, and he's like, oh, it'll be better for him. There's only 12 kids in the class, and there's 6 EAs, so it'll be more one-on-one time. And I stopped him. I'm like, hold on. 12 kids, 6 EAs, so that's a 2-to-1 ratio. He's like, yeah, it's great. I'm like, but my son has funding for a one-on-one EA, which he has right now. I'm like, so what happened? And I blatantly asked him, because my son, he's a lot of work, but he does not have behavioral issues. He's a very, very easygoing child. And my only concern, would be if you're going to put him in a class with other children that have disabilities, if these children have behavioral issues, my son can get hurt. Obviously, I'm not kidding you when I say he's like an infant. He's so clueless when it comes to danger. He wouldn't even know what to do. So I'm like, so that's my concern, is this going to be kids that have behavioral issues? And the man completely did not acknowledge what I asked or said. And he was like, I'll send the paperwork home for you to read tomorrow. Bye. I was like, wow. So I called the school board. And I've left a message with them to call me back, and they're going to call me back on Tuesday when the woman gets back, just to talk to him. It's not that I think it's a great idea. I'm all for him being in an environment that'll help him learn basic life skills, right? That's all he's really gonna. Let's be honest, I'm not even trying to be mean. He's never gonna be Einstein. No rocket science is happening. But if he can learn how to help me put his shoes on and get dressed, I would be in my glory. And so, I'd rather he be in an environment that's better suited to him. However, if it means him getting hurt, I don't want it. And so that's been it. That's been my week. I don't even know. It's a freaking mess. Being a parent sucks. It's great. But it sucks. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of stress, and it's just been too much for me, so I quit. But it is now the weekend, and the kids are gone. My little guy is gone to my parents' house, as he goes most weekends. And my daughter went to her dad's house. I just dropped her off there about half an hour ago. And so I'm going to finally get a video out because I've been just slacking hardcore. And yeah, you were watching it come together while I ramble on to you about my life. I don't know. Anyway, there's not much time left. But here we are just putting the fence around the yard. You saw everything else come together. I think the kitchen turned out pretty cute. It's like a little eating kitchen. There's also in the back room, you're going to see I put a picnic table and a barbecue inside the back sun porch area. So that's really handy. You can't really have a barbecue in your house in real life or you'll die, but it's The Sims, so I think it's okay. But yeah, we just put the little path up the side here, and then we're going to jump into that room, and that's going to be about it. So like I said, if you enjoy this, give it a thumbs up. It helps me out, and it just makes me happy. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. There are more builds. Like, I'm done. I've got a whole bunch of builds done and ready to edit the videos and post. So I'm working on that all weekend. Yeah, subscribe and stay tuned for that. And have yourself a spectacular day. I'll play you some music, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Sometimes we act like a fool, not aware we're troublemakers. Sometimes we try to be cool, not being givers, only takers. Stop for a minute, stop and breathe for a minute. Don't get over your head, try to listen instead, won't you?